The man who once called Bitcoin an index for money laundering has finally come to terms with the fact that Bitcoin is the next Bitcoin, and that's in the words of Microstrategy CEO Michael Saylor. In a recent interesting interview where he was talking about Bitcoin, he said Bitcoin is the next Bitcoin.
So, Michael, what happens then to the exchanges? In the U.S., at least, it seems, if they're only going to offer trading in Bitcoin or other, clearly pure commodity tokens, that's not going to be a great business model. Do exchanges in the U.S. just go away?
I take a different point of view there. I think there's been a lot of confusion because of the 25,000 other cryptos and because of all of the crypto securities that have been angling to position themselves as the next Bitcoin or a better Bitcoin. So now I think that the public is beginning to realize that Bitcoin is the next Bitcoin. The next logical step is for Bitcoin to 10x from here and then 10x again. So
if you want to see that video, it's going to be linked in the description of this video. So in 2017, the CEO of Blackrock did call Bitcoin an index for money laundering. Fast forward to 2023, Blackrock close to filing for Bitcoin ETF application. So the question right now is this right here bullish or bearish for Bitcoin? Before we delve into this, what happened? Why the change of mind? It's pretty obvious that it's beginning to dawn on institutional investors that the global economy is facing unprecedented danger. As you can see right here, Blackrock CEO Larry Fink says US is jeopardizing dollar's reserve currency status. If you ask Michael Saylor, Microstrategy CEO, the way out of this, he's probably going to say the following.
So you've made the most compelling case I've ever heard for the need for something like Bitcoin. So you're saying, just to make sure that everyone's following this, the whole point of Bitcoin is to escape the inflation vortex that has consumed all these previous empires.
the point of Bitcoin is to fix the money. And money is energy, and energy is life. And if I keep sucking the energy out of the economy, I'm sucking the oxygen out of your system. Either under the best case, you perform poorly. Under the worst case, I suffocate you to death or freeze you to death. That's the problem. That's why empires collapse. That's why economies collapse. And the problem, it's not just a problem for an individual. It's not just a problem for a family. It's a problem for every institution. It's a problem for every company. It's a problem for every city, every municipality, every government.
Now, with this renewed interest towards Bitcoin and blockchain,
so the whole foundation of what crypto is, it's supposed to be a distributed ledger that is across the system. I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of the huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we can have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem. You don't need trust banks.
what do you think happens to this big boy right here, Bitcoin? As at the time of filming this video, trading at $25,492, up by 2.5%. There are varying opinions on what could happen to the price of Bitcoin flying all over the internet. The Blackrock BTC Spot ETF is not bullish in any aspect. They are monopolizing the industry in the USA so they can destroy crypto, further the wealth gap, and make you submit with their CBDC. Obviously, this person right here thinks this is not bullish for Bitcoin. What do you think? Leave your thoughts in the comment section. If you ask me, BlackRock has over $10.2 trillion in assets under their management. Are they going to invest all of that money in Bitcoin? Well, I don't think so, but a reasonable chunk of their money is going to flow into Bitcoin. So what do you think is going to happen to the price of Bitcoin? It is obviously going to moon. At the moment, the market cap of Bitcoin is at around $494 billion US, which is a retracement of about 63% from all-time high of $69,000 in the price in November 2021. If Bitcoin could breach this all-time high right here, all it would need to do would be to simply do a 2x to hit above $100,000 US, and that will put the market cap of Bitcoin at about $2 trillion US. Is it possible? Yes, because in 2021, when it had that all-time high of about $69,000, the market cap was about 1.3 trillion US. This plays out well in theory and looks possible. But the question remains, will the SEC approve this? Well, let's see what happens. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. This is Briggs LBs. As your guy Ken, signing off.